Hello there and thanks for clicking on this video. As you can see by title, we are gonna react to the newest Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power trailer that just dropped like a few hours ago. And I'm excited to see this because many people are saying, well, this is way better than the teasers, the trailers we've seen before. To be honest, the teaser trailers, whatever we saw before, were super average. And I don't know, it didn't feel like The Lord of the Rings. I mean, I guess any sequel or prequel that is, not the original one, it's gonna be different. And it's very rare that you have, for example, Jurassic Park. The original movie, the first one is great, and the sequels that we got, I don't think that they were bad, but I don't know, something was missing. Same with Star Wars, the sequels just couldn't replicate. They didn't have that it factor. They didn't have this thing that the original movies had, and it's very hard. I guess it's difficult to make the new stories feel like the old stories. And I'm not saying like copy everything. I'm not saying that, but I guess creators nowadays, they just cannot express what the old stories had, and it's just sad because when it comes to Star Wars, for example, the original movies, the prequels as well, had very deep and meaningful stories with heart and soul, and the sequels were just bland, and they didn't have, I don't know, they didn't have the magic. Same with Jurassic Park and probably so many other franchises like Doctor Who. And when it comes to the Lord of the Rings, the first three movies are a masterpiece. The Hobbit, I don't even think I've seen the last Hobbit movie because I don't know, it just didn't feel as anything special. And when I heard that they're gonna make the Lord of the Rings series, I was like, are you sure about that? Because I don't know. I mean, you have the creators to just, not being that nice to all the fans, and the fans are just so mad because they're gonna introduce so much agenda and so much politics, and just things that shouldn't be in stories. It makes it's not a timeless classic when you put, down with the patriarchy or all those things, or apparently. So I'm not familiar with the lore of the Lord of the Rings, but apparently the main character Galadriel, she is this very feminine elf, this like super feminine elf, and now she is a warrior, and she's gonna like be like a general and stuff. And it's like it's okay to be feminine, I don't know. I think Kate Blanchett portrayed her in the movies, and I just don't see how the old Galadriel, I mean the new Galadriel, and the Kate Blanchett Galadriel, how these two, go together. I mean, you have already established characters, and you just make something completely different just because women strong, they don't need a man. Well, women do need men. It's I mean, you can be independent and self-sufficient, but that doesn't mean that you don't need a man. I mean, how do you make kids? For example, I mean, it's so insane that I even like have to say it. So anyways, 4 minutes in. Wow. Let's watch this trailer. I hope the quality is okay. Actually, I think I'm gonna even make the quality not as good so it doesn't, so you can see it better. Full screen. Hopefully it works. Let's see. And let's see.
There was a time when the world was so young. There had not yet been a sunrise. But even then, there was light.
Okay, so far.
Call to me, lands far away.
Elves have forests to protect. Dwarfs their mines. Men their fields of grain. But we Harfoots have each other.
For I must now wander this wandering day.
We're safe.
Yeah, I mean, is it?
You have fought long enough,
Oh
Galadriel.
wow, she fought.
Put up your sword.
The enemy is still out there.
Ah,
The question now is where?
It is over.
You have not seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
You have
Yeah.
not seen what I have seen.
yes, he's a warrior and you're no one. Pathetic man.
Darkness will march over the face of the earth. It will be the end, not just of our people, but all peoples. I am sorry, but their time has come.
The past is with us all. The past is dead. We either move forward or we die with it.
This could be the beginning of a new era.
Away I must wander this wandering day.
Is that it? Yes. Okay, pause. Let me make a more small screen. So this was the trailer, as we all saw. So this guy, I mean, shouldn't he be like, you know, I mean, shouldn't he be the one that goes to war and does stuff? Because I mean, Galadriel has always been like, I don't know, like a very calm and pretty, woman, elf, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that women cannot be warriors, like, gosh, no. But in Lord of the Rings, one of the coolest scene, you have that woman, I forgot her name, but I think the princess, where she's like, well, I'm not gonna just stand around and do nothing. It wasn't so on the nose. She was like, I'm no man, and everyone were like, yes. But here it's just like, it doesn't make sense, because I mean, I don't know how to explain it really. The trailer so far looks actually good. The visuals look great. It doesn't look in any way superior to the original movies. And to have in mind, to keep in mind, the original movies were made in 1990 because they were released in 2000. So they should have probably started production earliest 97 or 98. And they were, wow, the visual effects, the landscapes, the cinematography, everything was awesome. Like, not awesome, it was, I don't know, what's a brilliant. And now it does look good. I think that the trailer, the shots we got look very nice. But I don't know, I just feel like older movies just have a soul. Like, this looks more like a product. It looks very clean, and it looks a bit artificial and fake. While the old movies, I don't know how they were shooting them, but they felt very homey. They felt real. Well, this looks not real. Like, the original movies look like, yes, this could have been, actually the history of Earth before we came, for example. But this just looks so outlandish, I guess the word is. And I don't know, like, I feel like when you make sequels, they should be superior to their to the old products, because this was made like 20 years ago, and this is like new and fresh, and you have so much more. I don't want to say I don't want to say skills, but you have so much more technology to work with, right? And it still looks just doesn't look as good as I would expect something to look. You have so many more things to work with, and it looks so bad. And apparently this was not filmed in New Zealand. It was just filmed in a studio, as far as I know. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. And it's sad, because everything that's practical just looks better. It feels real. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it, and this trailer looked good until I saw the part with Galadriel being like, "You don't know what I've seen." It's like, what? How old is she? Like in human years, like 20? Like how much could you have seen? It's I don't know. But interestingly, more interesting is the comments. I'm just gonna go very slow because I don't know what you're seeing. So people are more happy this time, because with the last trailer, people were saying evil cannot create; it can only destroy. Um, this quote from Tolkien over and over again. So yeah, people are optimistic. Someone says it felt only natural to us that the adaptation of Tolkien's work would reflect what the world looks like. Read more. There are certainly themes Tolkien felt were important. We made a promise to ourselves at the beginning of the process that we weren't going to put any of our own politics. Yeah. Oh, he's comparing what Peter Jackson said, that he's not gonna put anything on his own. He's gonna respect Tolkien, and then you have the new creators being like, "Well, we have to make, we have to reflect what the world looks like today." It's like the world has always looked like that. It's not like I don't know. Um, yes, that's the quote. Evil is unable to create anything new, can only distort and destroy what has been invented or created by the force of good. Unfortunately, that is true. I mean, yeah, people are not that sad. They're not as mad this time, which is, I always say, it's good to be positive, but I don't know. As you can see, this time the likes are more than the dislikes, but I think that this is gonna change soon. Because I think if the creators would have just shut up, I think that people would have been more excited about this. And when it comes to the quote, well, this has to reflect what the world looks like today. You know, this is, as far as I know, supposed to be like the history of Britain, like the before history. And Britain is mainly made out of, I mean, Caucasians, right? And I don't know why this is a bad thing. Every country has their own um, ethnical makeup. Every country has their own heritage and cultural differences, and language, and norms. Not two countries are the same. So I don't see why is it so bad that, for example, the first three Lord of the Rings were with an all white cast. Like, what's the problem with us? It's not supposed to be the history of Eastern Europe, for example, or of India. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with the cast being all white, because it's supposed to be like the Viking era, right? I mean, the area, not era. Like Britain, Ireland, I guess the whole islands there. And you can have like a lot of racial and ethnical diversity, if they just go a bit more south. Like you have, for example, the people from Middle Earth, or whatever the area is called where the men live, from that area go like travel, I don't know, travel to different countries and different races so they can come together and fight, like the whole world can fight together, like the evil. And like you go to different countries to different areas, and in these areas you meet other races, and that's how you do it. It's not that hard. And yeah, I mean, I, I don't know what to say. Like, you can call me whatever you want, but that's my opinion. It's hard to talk about this because like people don't want to understand that apparently, as far as I know, this is supposed to be like the history of Britain, like the prehistory. So it wouldn't make sense that all races of the world will be there, because it's not about them, it's about the British people in a way. So, and British people are mostly, Caucasian or white, whatever. So yeah, uh, I would say that the trailer was good up to the part where she was like, "You don't know what I have seen." It's like it's so obvious. And apparently, I just watched this video a few hours ago. Spoilers alert! If you're so far in this video, spoilers about Sauron. So apparently, in this, Sauron is gonna be a man, a human, and he's gonna be able to shapeshift. And it's like, why do we need to know the background of everyone? Like they're gonna make Sauron basically a sub story, and it's gonna be like, oh, now I understand why he wanted to destroy the world. I don't know. It's all those things. Like I don't know. I don't know, guys. Like the three first movies were so nice, and they're just gonna ruin so many things. And apparently, this show is um it's gonna make up a few thousand years, and it's like, why? I don't know. I bet that there are so many stories in Tolkien's stories in the books that you can tell that you don't need to put all of like 2 or 3 thousand years into one season. Like, I don't know, you're not leaving yourself many stories left to cover. I don't know, guys. What do you think of this trailer? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Why and why not? And do let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, may the force be with you. Bye. Bye. Bye.